Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOURFRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. When we talk about the Washington Commanders, we're talking about a team with a rich history, a franchise that's been through its ups and downs, but one that always manages to keep the fans engaged, hopeful, and dreaming big. And right now, there's a lot of buzz around the team, especially with some recent developments that could shake up the entire NFC East. It's not just rumors or speculation, there's real momentum building and fans are buzzing with excitement and curiosity. So what exactly is happening? Well, let's dig into the latest updates that are making waves across the league and, more importantly, among the passionate supporters of Washington. First, if you've been following the team closely, you already know that the Commanders have been working tirelessly behind the scenes to bolster their roster and strategic approach. The offseason has been intense, with a focus on both bolstering the defense and adding explosive playmakers on offense. The team's management has been strategic, making moves that could be game changers. And one of the biggest stories revolves around the quarterback position. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, what's the latest on that? Well, there's growing speculation that the team might be looking at a new direction or perhaps refining their plans with the current quarterback, who has shown flashes of brilliance but also some inconsistency. But it's not just about the QB. The Commanders have been active in the trade market and free agency, bringing in players that could make an immediate impact. The defense, historically a strong suit for Washington, has seen some key additions, especially along the defensive line and in the secondary. These moves are aimed at creating a more disruptive unit capable of shutting down some of the league's most potent offenses. It's clear that head coach Ron Rivera and his staff are serious about making this team a playoff contender, and the signals are promising. Now, let's talk about the potential game changers. One of the most talked about topics lately has been the emergence of young talent within the roster. Players like Jaden, a promising young star, have caught everyone's attention. Jaden has been making waves in practice and preseason games, showing flashes of the kind of talent that could elevate the team to a new level. If he continues to develop, he might become a pivotal piece in Washington's offensive puzzle. The coaching staff is high on his potential, and fans are eager to see him step up when the games count. It's always exciting to see a young player rise through the ranks and become a cornerstone for the franchise. But beyond individual players, the bigger picture is what really captures everyone's imagination. The NFC East has historically been one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants all vying for supremacy. Last season, the Commanders showed flashes of brilliance, but consistency was an issue. However, this season looks different. The team's focus on strategic improvements and the addition of key players suggests they're not just aiming for a playoff spot, they're eyeing a deep postseason run. And maybe, just maybe, they're positioning themselves to challenge for the division title and even a shot at the Super Bowl. Now, I want you to imagine the potential of this team. Last year, the Commanders finished with a respectable record, but everyone felt they could have done more. The defense was solid, but the offense needed more firepower. This year, the changes are targeting exactly that. The offensive line has been fortified, giving the quarterback more time and protection, which is crucial for unlocking the passing game. The running game is also looking more dynamic, with new schemes and a couple of versatile backs ready to take on defenses. The coaching staff has emphasized a balanced attack, aiming to keep opponents guessing and on their heels. And then there's the element of leadership. Washington has always been a team with strong veteran presence, but now younger players are stepping up. Jaden, in particular, has been a bright spot. His development could be the difference maker in clutch moments, especially if he continues to improve his route running, hands, and football IQ. The coaching staff has been working closely with him, and the fans are already singing his praises, dreaming of the day he becomes a household name across the league. But let's not forget the importance of the front office. This organization has been pretty active in trying to rebuild and reshape the team's identity. The ownership has made it clear they want a winning culture, and they're investing accordingly. The recent draft picks, the strategic signings, everything points towards a team that's building with a clear vision. They're not just trying to get by, they're aiming for greatness. And with the NFC East being as competitive as ever, every move counts. Now, I want to pause here for a moment. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. What does this all mean for the upcoming season? Well, it could be the year that Washington finally breaks through. The talent is there, the coaching staff is motivated, and the division rivals are facing some uncertainty. The Eagles are still a formidable force, but they've shown some cracks, especially on defense. The Cowboys have had their ups and downs, and the Giants are in a rebuilding phase, trying to find consistency. So for Washington, it's about capitalizing on this moment, refining their game plan, and executing with precision. The NFC East has always been known for its unpredictability, but this season feels different. The Commanders have the ingredients to surprise everyone. The defense could be among the league's best, especially if the new additions gel quickly. The offense, with its young talent and strategic upgrades, might finally find the consistency needed to make a deep playoff push. Fans are buzzing with anticipation, dreaming about the possibility of their team returning to the Super Bowl stage, something they haven't seen since 1991, a year that still resonates in the franchise's history. And speaking of history, the Commanders' legacy is rich with iconic moments, championships, legendary players, and unforgettable games. It's a franchise that has faced adversity and emerged stronger each time. The current management is well aware of this legacy and is committed to restoring the team's place among the NFL's elite. Every draft pick, every signing, every strategic move is part of a bigger picture, one that aims to bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Washington. The fans are eager, the players are motivated, and the coaching staff is laser-focused. All the pieces are falling into place, and it's only a matter of time before everything clicks. Now let's zoom in on some of the key players to watch this season. Beyond Jaden, there's a core of veterans who continue to be instrumental in the team's success. Players like Chase Young, if healthy, can wreak havoc on any offensive line, providing that disruptive pass rush that can change games. Cornerback Kendall Fuller, a steady veteran, will be crucial in locking down the opponent's top receivers. The offensive line, now more cohesive, will be the backbone of the team's offensive schemes. And of course, the quarterback, whether it's the incumbent or a new face, will be under the spotlight from Game 1. The coaching staff, under Ron Rivera's leadership, has been emphasizing discipline, resilience, and strategic adaptability. Rivera, known for his defensive expertise and no-nonsense approach, is determined to turn the team around and make the playoffs consistently. His leadership style has been instrumental in building a culture of accountability, which is essential in a league where the margin for error is razor-thin. The staff has also been working on integrating analytics and innovative strategies to give Washington an edge over their division rivals. And I haven't even touched on the fan base, which is perhaps the most passionate in the NFL. Washington fans are known for their loyalty, their resilience, and their unwavering belief in their team, no matter the circumstances. This season, they're more energized than ever, filling FedEx Field with noise and enthusiasm. The tailgates are vibrant, the chants are loud, and the hope is palpable. Every game feels like a potential turning point, a moment where history could be made. The community around the team is strong, and the support fuels the players' motivation to perform at their best. Looking ahead, the schedule is shaping up to be a critical factor for Washington. The team faces some tough opponents early on, which will test their readiness and resilience. But if they can navigate those challenges, they could set the tone for a successful season. The division games will be key, especially with the intense rivalries that define the NFC East. Beating divisional rivals not only boosts the team's playoff chances, but also sends a message that Washington is back in the hunt for supremacy. In conclusion, the story of the Washington Commanders this season is shaping up to be one of hope, resilience, and strategic brilliance. The recent moves, the emergence of young talent like Jaden, and the determined leadership all point toward a team that's ready to surprise the league. Fans should be excited because the possibilities are endless. The franchise is building something special, and it's only just beginning to show its full potential. Whether this season ends with a deep playoff run or just a step forward in their rebuilding process, one thing is clear: Washington Commanders are back in the conversation, and they're here to stay. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all these developments? Are you confident that this team can make a real push this year? Who do you think will be the biggest difference maker? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.